Hello. Where are you watching from? Anyways, my name is Nathan Fox. I'm so excited. Welcome to my daily Facebook Live. And today I have a trending topic. Somebody suggested, tell us the real life in Canada. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about, what can I say? How to make it in Canada. Like, how much money are you supposed to be earning to live a comfortable life? When I talk about a comfortable life, I'm talking about just the minimum basics, right? And then for those who wants to go the fancy way, the numbers I'm going to share with you today, they might make yours triple. Okay, so the scenarios I'm creating right now is for somebody who is single, an individual. So whatever amount I'm going to say, that's the average. It's not for everyone, but those are the average numbers. If you have a family, or you are a family of 3 or 4, that means these numbers, they might double or triple. Because the more people you are in a family, the more expenses you can incur. Okay. So, hello, thanks for joining. Who do I have? Tell us, where are you watching from? I am on live streaming in Edmonton in Canada. Okay, somebody's calling me. Hey, Kudai, how are you? Thank you for showing up on my like regularly. I really appreciate that. And I hope what I'm sharing is adding value to your life. Okay, I will call my auntie. She's calling me right now, but I'll call her later. Okay. Somebody says, tell us the truth about Canada life. No matter what I tell you, I still believe Canada is a great place to be. That's my take, because I say, oh, Josepha, hey, how are you? Yes, she says, say it loud. Thank you. So, yeah, she's, Kuzai says, hi, I am doing good. Thank you. So you see us posting. Sometimes we go to expensive restaurants, eating fancy foods. You see us, of course, when I say us, I'm just trying to be inclusive. I don't do those things. I'm a very simple person. I like my simple life. I eat at home. And once in a while, me and my family, we go out to a fancy restaurant, but that rarely happens, right? And also for me, when it comes to, okay, you listened to my story yesterday about how I struggled with 50,000 debt because I was trying to live the life I could not afford. So today I am going to bring you the figures. So this is for somebody who wants to live a simple life. Okay. So when you come to Canada, right now, the rentals, they have increased by, is it 50% or 100% since I came here 2004. When I came, 1-bedroom apartments were costing $500. That was 2024. Yeah, 20 years ago. Now, a decent 1-bedroom apartment, you pay from $900. And if you go to those high-rising buildings in the downtown, that will come to about $2,830. These are the numbers, the averages. So I'm basing this with Edmonton, because I live in Alberta in Edmonton. Other provinces like Toronto, BC, is even worse. Those places are crazy expensive. So 1-bedroom apartment from $900 to $2,800. That's how much you can expect. So if you are a newcomer or you are a new immigrant, if you are one person, there's another option you can do. Because when I talk about 1-bedroom apartment at $900 to $2,800, right? Hello, Carola. How are you? So there's a better option you can do. This is what I did. when I was drowning. I was drowning in debt. I was depressed. And I was living in a 2-bedroom townhouse. Total costs were costing $1,800 to $2,000. And then my roommate left. I was left with all those bills. I was just miserable. Carola said, okay, this is Canadian dollar. I'm taking basing on Canadian dollar. Yes. And then I realized, so I started to watch. There was a lady called Gail. She had a show which said, the show's name was Till Death Do Us Part. So this was mainly focusing on couples who were facing financial challenges, right? Because of, Carola says, okay, thanks. Oh, you're welcome. So she was mentoring these couples who were having fights because of finances, because they were broke. They were on the verge of divorce. So she would come in, look at their financials, and she really helped them. And I followed her, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to follow her strategy. So I told my landlord I was moving. I could not afford $1,800 Canadian a month because I couldn't handle it. And the 1,800, it was just about the household, the cars, but food and everything else, it meant it had to go to maybe almost 2,500. And I was not making that much, right? So this is what I did. I went online. I looked for 1 room to rent. So this was in Red Deer. I had moved because I was, okay, that's another story for another day. So I moved from Edmonton and I went to Red Deer and I found a house to rent. This is the part where my life started to change. Okay. So this house, it was 3 bedrooms in the main floor. How was that house? Was it 3-story? I don't remember. But all I know is there were 4 tenants. 3 upstairs and me downstairs. So I had a small basement. Who do I have? I have Collins. Hey, Collins, thanks for coming. I have Barbara. Yes, Barbara, how are you? So, yeah. But the thing is, it meant, this is where it becomes tricky. When you are really trying to downsize, you need to make sure you are giving up your privacy. Because here I am sharing with 3 people. I was in the basement. I had a nice little living room, my nice little bedroom, and the shower and the toilet, right? So that means I needed to share the kitchen upstairs, right? Jane says hello. Hello, Jane. Thanks for coming. Guys, just tell me, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Jane says true. Yes. So I was okay to give up my privacy. So this is, why am I telling you this story? I'm just sharing to help you how to navigate in Canada. Don't live the flashy life when you cannot afford it. That's what I tried to do. Like I told you yesterday, I got a car loan. I bought this beautiful Chrysler Sebring. It was like when people saw me driving, they was like, oh my God, she has arrived. She has arrived. No, I hadn't arrived. I was drowning in debt. Okay. So yeah. So guess the good thing, what happened is when I moved into this house with 3 other people sharing, I was in the basement. You know, when you're watching a movie, that's when they will say, hallelujah. Oh, Barbara is watching from Cape Town. Yeah, so I was paying from $1,800, inclusive my rent, my bills, and everything. I was paying $500. It was like a whole load off my shoulders. I did not have to pretend that I was there when I was not. I accepted my situation. I was broke. I was depressed. I needed to make some changes. So then I decided, okay, I need more money. Because Gail was teaching, minimize your expenses, make more money, pay off your debt quickly, and then revisit. It's like a reset. So yeah, that's what I did. So $500, that's what I was paying, inclusive. But now I was asking one of my friends, she does rentals. And for her, it's her first time, so she's not really charging what she's supposed to be charging. So she is renting her house. So she lives in the main floor. She's renting her house. She has 4 bedrooms available, and she is renting those. And she's renting 1 room inclusive for $750. So if you are single and you really want to build your life in Canada, it's better you do that. 1 bedroom, of course. If you are somebody who likes their privacy, that dream needs to be on hold for a while you rebuild your future. For me, I chose my privacy to be disrupted, but I chose to have more money. So what I did, this is what I did. So at that time, I was working at the bank. I was depressed because I don't like working in a confinement. I don't like to go to an office and stay there the whole day. I was talking with clients, and sometimes when you have a client, you close the doors. I felt like I was in a prison. So I decided to go for care work because in the UK, I was a caregiver. So I'm like, that sounds like fun. So that's what I did. So I was working for 2 agencies. One, it was a community job whereby I would take my client out for lunch, for movies, or to the mall. I really liked that. So that was 3 hours a day. And then from there, so I would start from 9 to 12, and then 1 o'clock, I would go to my care work job. So that one was a government care center. So they paid more money. So from my community job, I would go to my other job, and then I would be finishing, let's say 11 o'clock. So I would leave home 9 o'clock in the morning and come back 11 o'clock when my shift ended. And there were a lot of absentees, and then I would get extra shifts. So that means I spend my time at work, but it worked. Guess what? I had minimized my living cost to $500 from almost $1,800. So I was happy. And then I was able to pay off my credit gradually. So that's what you need to do. When you come to Canada, don't be pressured into thinking people back home, they'll be like, oh my, she's in Canada, she's struggling. We don't even see, she doesn't even post beautiful cars. She's just struggling. Oh my God, they start laughing. It's okay as long as you know what you're doing. So back to, to what I'm supposed to be telling you. So 1 bedroom, so you can choose to live 1 bedroom apartment by yourself and pay $900 to $2,800 plus. Oh, just first says my data is finished. We'll watch tomorrow. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, you can do the replay. What was I gonna say here? Yes, so what you can choose between 2 options: 1 bedroom apartment where you have exclusive space and pay inclusive bills and everything. You will be paying maybe up to $1,200, or you can choose to share a house and rent a room and only pay, I would say maybe okay, so she's charging them $750 inclusive. So this is the rent, this is the electricity, this is everything. So when you choose this one, the second one, you are saving at least, okay, so from $1,200 to $750, you're saving about $450, and that goes a long way. And so the other thing you can do too, when you work so hard, when you get a mortgage, you can get a mortgage and use 1 room and use the same strategy. So my friend, she's charging her $300, $10, and $750, which is $1,500 for 2, and then $2,250. So she's making $2,250. Guess what? Her tenants are paying her mortgage. She's living free. That's smart. So you can do that if you have enough money to for a down payment. And then another thing too that can affect you in Canada is transportation. Transportation. This is my recommendation. It's better for you to get the bus pass and use public transport. Public transport is very, very, what can I say, reliable. Like the buses, even the trains. So you can survive. Like for me, if I know what I know now, I wouldn't have bought that expensive car. I would have just taken the public transport. My life would have been much better. But everything happens for a reason. We cannot always reverse what happened in the past. What happens in the past? What happened in the past was kind of teaching us life. So there's no such thing as mistakes. There's lessons. That's what I believe. Although I wish I didn't have to have those lessons. Okay, so here's the deal. For me, that was back then, well, that was 2011. I was paying for my car payment. I was paying $500 for the car loan every month. And then the fuel, I would say $150. Well, maybe $150 is a bit too much, but those are the averages. So we're talking about $650. And then I had to do the oil changes and everything. So I was paying, my car was costing me over $800 a month. And I was not making that much. So here's another thing. Be careful what you wish for. Hello, Evangelist Precious. Be careful what you wish for. And every time I looked at that car, the money pit where my money was just going, right? I used to think, oh, I wish, I started to regret, I wish I didn't buy this car, and I was just regretting because I really wanted to get out of debt. I was getting out of debt, but the car payment, it was about $30,000 I needed to be paying. So the thing is, when you pay minimum payments, right, it means you are going to pay triple the price. If you bought the car for $20,000, if you do the minimum payments until 5 years, 6 years, that means you would have paid $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, including the interest. So I was just wishing, oh, I wish I hadn't done. And one time I was driving from Edmonton to Red Deer. It was winter. I was rushing to work. I got into an accident. I was not hurt, but my car was a write-off. So this is where it becomes tricky. When I was saying, be careful what you wish for. And then when I had the accident, it was a write-off. So the insurance company paid me a lump sum. I could have easily go to buy another car. But I said, never again. I took the lump sum I got from the insurance company and I went and paid part of the car loan. So that was smart. And I told myself, you know what? I don't care about prestige. I am taking the bus. I don't care how cold it is. I'm taking the bus. So that's how I shaved off at least $15,000 of that debt from the car. And I was okay. Because in Canada, it can get so cold, like -40 and everything. And I said to myself, because I'm no longer spending $800 on a car and transport and the fuel and insurance, if it gets too cold, like really -40, I can afford to hire a taxi. And those -40s, they don't happen quite often. The most they can happen is maybe a week, right? So if I could get a taxi for 1 week, and that taxi was costing maybe $30, so $150, right, for the taxi, compared to the $800 I was paying for the car and the insurance. That was smart. So that's how, oh, hello, Lars. I've got Tinot and Thanks, guys, for showing up. Tell me, where are you watching from? So, today's topic, to people who are coming in, I'm telling you the true cost of living. What can I say? The reality of living in Canada. I'm giving you the numbers on how much you need to be expecting to pay for rent and transport. So those two are the major expenses, right? So I'm telling my story of how I was in 50,000 debt because of credit cards, car loans, and everything, and how I eventually downsized and made my life so much better. So let me see here. Okay. So you have two choices when you come to Canada. One, take public transport. So for public transport, if you are going to work 20 days a month, and it costs $3.50 for a bus ticket. So the bus ticket, it lasts about, I think, 90 minutes. Oh, I've got Rue watching from Chutungwiza. Yes. Oh, my home, watching from my hometown. Oh, yes, last says when I went. Yes, so I'm proudly Zimbabwean and I grew up in Chitungwiza. But who do I have? Aji. Okay. Hi, Aji. Thanks for joining. Okay, so when you come to Canada, make two choices. One, you can either use public transport. So if you use public transport, I was trying to Google the bus pass for the 1 month. I couldn't find it. But if you were to do the $3.50, so that would make it $7 a day. You would spend, I would say, $140 a month for going to work, assuming you are working 5 days a week, right? So 140. And then if you are doing the cheaper option, renting a house, a room with other tenants, you will be paying inclusive bills and everything, let's say $700. And then when we talk about food, it now depends. Are you a person who wants to cook for themselves, or you're one of those lazy people who just wants to order out? So if you choose the option of ordering out, this is gonna be more expensive for you. So I would say, if I was living alone in Canada, when I talk about food and groceries and toiletries, I would spend at least $400. So if I was single, I was taking the bus, I was renting a room, and my food, it would come to $1,240. And then we talk about beauty, we talk about self-care. Like for me, you can see, I don't do anything with my hair, right? This is my natural hair. And for my beauty, I buy my products. I work with like one of the top global skincare and cosmetics, right? So I'm a consultant. So we buy our products at half price. These are really high quality products, but I pay half price. So when you come to Canada, okay, what can I say? You have to really find out these good deals. So I buy my skincare, my makeup. Of course, I don't do a lot of makeup. My skincare, of course, I do lipsticks, eyebrows, and everything, body care. I save 50% by buying from my own store. So this is another thing you can do. So if I was single, I would survive in Canada, including the rent, the food, the transport, and my self-care. I would spend about $1,600 a year, right? So if you decide, I don't want to do this simple option, I want the fancy, a little bit, I need my privacy, and you get your one room, one bedroom apartment, be prepared to spend at least $1,000 just on the rent before the utilities. And then if you want to get a car loan, be prepared. Like I'm talking about, this is just the basic cars, not those big ones, the expensive ones. So car plus expenses like insurance, like fuel, you will need at least $1,000. So mind you, the utilities and the rent at the top there, they will come maybe $1,200. So right now with car and expenses, you are already at $2,200. Compared to me, who's living the simple life, I only need $1,600 and my sanity. And then beauty or self-care. So if you are one of those people who just wants expensive, you want to go to Sephora, you want to buy those expensive things, then your bill inclusive as one person, be prepared to spend at least $3,200. So tell me, if you were to choose, if you're really serious about building your life, what would you choose in your first year in Canada? Spend $3,200 or $1,600? So that means if you are living the good life, the second option that's costing you $3,200, because you still need to make money for savings, for emergencies. That means you need to be making at least $4,000. At least $4,000. I'm telling you, in Canada, if you want to be making $4,000, that means it's either you need a high-paying job like a doctor, like a lawyer, like those fancy jobs, or if you have minimum education, you gotta have to work twice or 3 times. There are people, this is sad, there are families where they don't meet each other at all. They meet each other when the mother is going out to work and the dad is coming to home to take care of the kids. Sometimes the mother and the father, they are busy working and the kids are being taken care of by babysitters. So you have to really choose. Live a simple life and be able to take care of your family without working 3 jobs. I'm telling you, I did it. It's not easy. It's not easy. There were times when I would work 11 days straight, working almost 12-hour shifts. I had no life, but I was committed to pay off my debt. All right, so I think, okay, before I finish, so if you want to live the fancy life, be prepared to make at least $4,500. But when I'm talking about the minimum wage and how much people are making, this will be hard. This will be hard. And another thing too, I'm talking about one room costing $1,000. Okay, this was just for people without families. So if you have a family, that means these numbers can double or triple. So you just have to be careful, like who is raising your kids. I think that's one thing you have to ask yourself. Yes, you want to make more money, you want to work more hours, you want to have fancy things. There's nothing wrong with having fancy things, but at what cost? So these are the numbers. If you want to live a simple life in Canada as one person, $1,700, $1,600, you can make it. So that means you need to make at least $2,500, at least minimum. But if you want to have a car loan, expensive self-care, you need at least to be making $4,500. And to be making $4,500 before tax, that means you have to work a lot or you have a business. So some people, what they are doing, they come to Canada, they really reassess the situation and they start a business alongside their job. So they work so hard for that business, whether it's online or whatever they are doing in that business, but online is better because of flexibility. You will find, I've got Evangelist Precious. Oh, she says this is a wise day. Oh, thank you. Did I say hi to Priscilla and Mohammed? Thank you. Yeah, so these are the numbers. These are the numbers. So if I share a job and say, okay, the Edmond, like right now, I posted a job about cleaner. So if you want that job, comment cleaner and I will inbox it to you. When I looked at that job, they are paying $17 to $20 an hour, and you're working 40 hours. I'm telling you, that job is not going to really help you to meet your needs in Canada unless you have a side business. That's why I'm always encouraging people. Facebook is paying people money. Jump on the Facebook monetization wagon. And yesterday I was telling people, I said, you need to learn how to diversify your business. If you are into content creation, don't depend on Facebook alone. You can do, like right now, this Facebook Live I'm doing, I am going to download it and I'm going to post it on my YouTube. So always diversify your content creation. Don't depend on one platform. Because what happens with these platforms, they can restrict you, they can put you in Facebook jail for 3 months. What are you going to be doing then? Well, how are you going to be earning money? I'm talking about people who are relying on social media, who are relying on content creation. Diversify. Do your Facebook Lives. Download the same video. Put it on YouTube so that you can make money both sides. Don't depend on one thing. So Charity says the cleaner job. For this one, the company is hiring anyone with or without a Canadian work permit. So you can be in Africa, you can be in Asia, you can apply. So I don't know if the job is still available, but from the last time I checked, it said available until December. So it was still there. Okay, so before I go, do you guys have any questions, any comments? And thanks, Charity. Charity is always engaging when she comes. She asks questions. I appreciate that. And Muhammad, thank you. And Evangelist, this is a wise step. Thank you. Everybody else who's commenting. Last, Zimbabwe, Manawevu. Okay, so last, I finally received my Manawevu. Yeah, so I really like it. So I really like this Manawevu. So you guys, if you want to get this sweat, it's like a dress. It's a shirt dress. Is really beautiful, Manawevu. I will put the link in the comments so you can check it out. So last is the designer of this brand. So actually last, you can put the why do I have to do it for you? You can put the link of your online store. So you guys, you can shop from anywhere in the world. Okay, so I think I'm done for now. Let me see. Oh, Lord says, Evangelist Preacher says, I'm enjoying your reaching from here in Nigeria. Oh, thank you. And Lord Ken says, God Almighty bless you, ma. I receive. Thank you. And I've got Aji. Hey, Aji, how are you? And Evangelist says, more grace. Thank you. Collins, yeah, I've said oh, hi to everybody. Okay, so Charities are saying yesterday you said if you post a video rawaita ne TikTok arite, that is kana remote market TikTok. Okay, so yeah, you can still post your TikTok, your video with the TikTok on Facebook, but from what I heard, I don't know how true it is, they said Facebook won't promote that video. So what you can do on TikTok, when you go, I think on the right side, you should see where it says download. You download it and it will say, it will give you an option and say download without a watermark. So you download it with a watermark and then it's saved on your phone. And then when you come to Facebook or YouTube, you can post it without the watermark. So this is all the, like, if you're on TikTok, if I'm not mistaken, on the bottom right, play with all those icons, you will see the one that says download, or yeah, I think it's download. I'll double check, but that's what it says. Download without the watermark. And you can use that on Facebook. Oh, you are welcome, Charity. You can use it on Instagram. Because the thing is, there's so much. I've been watching a lot of founders documentaries on YouTube. I watched TikTok. I watched about Instagram. I watched about Facebook. So these guys, they are in competition. They want you to stay on their platform. So the reason why they don't promote a lot like videos with a watermark from another social media is because what's going to happen is people will start to say, oh, TikTok, what's that? And then they'll Google. So when they are Googling, that means now they are getting away from Facebook. That's why you find Facebook is giving a lot of money, because they want us hooked. But for me, I don't mind being hooked as long as they are paying me, right? Because many years on Facebook, I was just posting, not knowing what I was doing, not making any money. And then I realized, well, if I'm going to be spending that much time on Facebook, let me find out how are they paying. So that's why I started to be so aggressive on, not aggressive in a bad way, but good aggressive, like to say, okay, I need to be focused, making videos, making content. And I gotta say, if you really want to increase your viewership, for my own personal, I'm finding the Facebook live streams are getting more views. Michael is watching. Hey, Michael. And I've got Juliet Gumbo Mutinima. How are you, my dear? So just to wrap this up, I was just sharing with you guys the real cost of living in Canada. So I was giving options, the simple option, and if you want more privacy, I was giving you another option. But if you want to build wealth, like your first 3 years in Canada, this will help you. Pick the simple one where your total expenses are not going to exceed $1,800. If you choose the other option, which is a bit more pricey, like car loans, living on your own, you are going to be needing at least $3,500 or $4,000. So I think I'm done. Do I have any questions? I will just wait for questions before I go. So before, I used to do musical interludes, right? And then when I decided to share my videos on Facebook, on YouTube, and they gave me a copyright strike, so I decided when I'm doing these Facebook lives, I'm just gonna be straight to the point, no music, so that I can download this video and put it on my YouTube. That's what I call diversifying. If you are a content creator, don't depend on one platform. So I have Aliu. I hope I pronounce your name right. So I have 2 minutes to be here. Let me know if you have any questions before I go, because my goal now is to do less than 40 minutes. I want to be straight to the point, because some people, they have limited data. So I decided I just want to be straight to the point, say what I want, and answer any questions. That way I give more people more options to listen versus the 4-hour Facebook lives I was doing. Anyway, so do you have any questions, guys? I was actually impressed with this t-shirt, with this last, what do you call this one? Is it shirt dress? What do you call it? But I like it. So last, make sure you enter the link. Oh, so Charity, yesterday you were asking about the skincare YouTube. Did you manage to go and check it out? I'm waiting to hear for your feedback. Anyways, countdown: 60, 59, 58, 57, 56. No, I'm counting down the 1 minute because I'm going to be off in 1 minute if no one asks the question. Sheath dress. Oh, okay. Okay, so all right, so this is the material I'm gonna need for my t-shirts, because the t-shirts I did with my online store, I'm not liking the texture. Yeah, so please, sheath dress. So what material is this? This is the material I want for my t-shirts, because this is just perfect. And I like the colors, like the white and the yellow. Yeah, they really look good. Oh, Lars says thank you. Okay. So, and another thing, I did check it. Oh, okay. I'll go check it out. Thanks, my dear. I really appreciate. See, I like people like Charity, always supportive. You know, in life, when you support others, you know what? You will be supported too. So, yeah, I was mentioning something. So Charity, another thing I don't really talk about on that channel is about the diet. It starts in the gut. I always tell people, it doesn't matter how expensive products you are using. If you are not taking care of yourself from the inside, what you eat, then... So I'll actually send you a link of my 3-day gut health jumpstart. It really helps to clean your gut and your face, your skin reflects what's happening in your gut. And before I go, if you are just joining us, this week I posted a job for cleaners, for a it's a cleaning job in Canada, Edmonton. If you want to receive application information, please make sure you comment cleaner and I will inbox for the application information for you. And always make sure before you apply for this job, your resume, your CV is up to date, is up to Canada standard. If you need help with your CV and cover letter and application and everything, you can talk to Last. She is the one who can help you to make a Canada standard CV. So you can communicate with her here. So my main goal as a life and business strategist is to help people improve their life and financial health. That's basically why I'm doing this, because I find all the people I mentor, they might be distressed because of divorce or this or sickness, but the bottom line is the money. We all need money to make better choices. That's why I am passionate about sharing jobs that are available in Canada. I am passionate about sharing tips on how you can make money on Facebook through content creator. Oh, thank you. I will send it to you, Charity. So I just like to help people earn more money. When you have more money, I'm telling you, you have better choices. The Bible says money answers all things. Although it doesn't answer death, but sickness, it can answer. It can help you with money for treatment. If you are depressed because of a marriage breakdown, when you have money, you can go for a trip for a week and just go rethink things. It's way better than being broke and divorced. So that's why I love coming here, talking about subjects that helps people to make money, save money, create wealth. So thank you guys. Before I go, from the bottom of my heart, without you, my life will not be possible. And I'm so excited. I checked my numbers. I have one video that did 10,000 views and comments on Facebook. So, and I'm always checking. If you are monetizing on Facebook, always check your stats. Because my goal right now is to get 160,000 minutes watch time on my videos in 30 days. When I checked yesterday, in 30 days, I had how many views? Over 170,000. So I was so excited, like, oh my God, this is happening. So if you are a content creator wanting to monetize, keep pushing. Keep pushing. If you are earning stars, well done. But there's more money to be made on Facebook in addition to stars. Like, that's what I'm working towards. I want my reels to be monetized. I want to have ads, in-stream ads paying me. So guys, let's just go support one another. And if you need us to come and support your post, please comment support, and then we'll support. I think it was Charity. Is it you? Somebody was just posting, say here, she just said, stars helps me to create more content. I was compelled to send her stars. So let's be generous. Even if you make a budget of 50 cents just for sending a star to a person, it's not about the quantity of the stars. It's about the appreciation those stars represent. Because a star, it's a virtual tip that is saying, hey, you're creating good content. Thank you. Keep it up. And you give a star. So let's be generous. Let's not us be kind of selfish. Let's go support each other. So if you need support, if you want us to come and check you out, just comment support, and then we can come and drop a star or something just to boost you up. Anyways, I'm done. Yay! I'm just too happy today. So guys, bye. Thank you so much. If you're watching as a replay, comment replay, and thank you. Bye.